I did not support the motion and this action by the House majority, and there are several reasons for this. First, I did not and do not believe it's constitutional. Article 3, Section 9 of the Constitution states that one House cannot adjourn for longer than 3 days without the concurrence of the other. The question of adjourning of one House without the concurrence has been addressed before. In 1980, the Senate tried to do that and adjourned sine die, and Attorney General then David Leroy concluded in his opinion that because of the provisions of the Idaho Constitution, the Senate of the state of Idaho may not adjourn longer for 3 days without the concurrence of the House of Representatives. The Senate returned in 3 days, and I fully expect that's what will happen here. So I believe that good government happens when, yes, you have beliefs and values, but you recognize that others have beliefs and values as well, and you work to a creative compromise. I don't see this as making progress in that direction. The solution to this impasse has to involve creativity, and it has to involve other situations. But I'm a little concerned about having the 25% minority make a proposal and expect it'll be anything other than the attack point for both of them. But we will continue to offer suggestions. That this is a serious impasse.
And the longer it's dragging on, the more it's feeling like personalities and personal agendas is driving this rather than the public interest and public policy. It makes for good drama, what happened yesterday, but it doesn't make for good government. I mean, this is a question about, that I think the people of Idaho need to ask themselves, is this how they want their public officials to be operating? And it's very much a question to consider. Would things go differently if the Democrats were in charge? Absolutely. I mean, that's just a given.
Our plans are to fulfill our requirements as legislators. Now, we obviously won't be having a floor session or committee meetings today, but we do have constituent work. We are going to be moving out of various areas. Between session, they'll be cleaning up and packing, and we will continue to do the groundwork of trying to reach a resolution on this by continuing to have relationships and continue discussions, because that's how you get to a level of understanding and agreement. You got to remember, though, that we're 20% of the Senate and we're 25% of the House, and we aren't steering the boat.
It's not really about the gas tax at this point. It's about who's going to have the power in this relationship. And that's not good government. That doesn't help anybody. That spends $30,000 a day to keep the legislature in session while we all sit back and wait to see who's going to end up on top. That's a problem.
Would things be different if we had a Democrat in the executive office? Absolutely. And we would do things different based on personality and also based on policy.